What's up, y'all? And welcome back to The Quiet Loud with me, DeAntony Collins. Alright, so I took the week last week. I kind of rested, recharged, and planned a bit, and now I'm back. And I wanted to say just a real quick thank you to, while I was out last week and didn't post or publish any new episodes, I did have some folks who, I guess, binged and caught up on some of the past of the 8 episodes. And I got some good feedback, some from people that I don't know yet, and some from friends and family who are just making their way over to the podcast. And a lot of the feedback that I've been getting is very complimentary, very encouraging, and I just want to take the time to say thank you for taking a moment to sit and listen to this. Hey, I'm putting these out there, and I know I spoke on the first few episodes about my nature as an introvert, so I haven't done too much of saying, hey guys, I'm doing this thing, take a look at it, tell me what you think. So the fact that people are making their way toward it and giving me some encouragement and even some constructive feedback as well, nothing bad, but I'll take it all as long as it's positive and constructive. And I appreciate that. I appreciate the encouragement and the kind words. And like I said, I'm back, and not a moment too soon, as you'll see coming up. But real quick, if you're new and watching this on YouTube, first of all, thank you. And hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you can hear when we're coming back. And if you're on Apple or Spotify, please drop that 5-star review, because this is how the community grows. You know, we're built on ears and engagement, and I need your help with both of those things. All right. So today we're flying high, from cosmic roamers to nostalgic Springfield, USA. But we grounded hard, okay? All right, we'll start with a couple of whispers that remind us just how big, how weird, and how funny this world really is. And then we'll pivot to the roar, okay? The looming government shutdown. And at the time of this recording, we're just a few hours from the shutdown deadline, okay? It's Tuesday evening, my time right now. So the hope is that some 11th hour wisdom came in and the Republicans went to save healthcare, and then the Democrats will go on to approve their CR. All right, but that we've been in this territory before, and that's not always the case. All right, so back to the looming government shutdown and what it means for us, the middle class. All right, but first, I want to share what stopped my scrolling since the last time we were together. So let's go. Let's get into the trending whisper. Whisper number 1. Comet 3I Atlas. I don't know if you've heard of this yet, but Atlas is an interstellar visitor. Interstellar means it is not from our solar system, okay? So 3I Atlas has been swinging through our solar system, and this is only the 3rd confirmed interstellar object that we've ever spotted and confirmed. I don't know if you remember this or not, but the first one being Oumuamua, and the second one being Borisov, okay? Oumuamua was seen or detected and passed through our solar system in 2017. Borisov passed through in 2019, and here we are again with 3I Atlas, or Atlas as they're calling it, and it is the 3rd, like I said, 3rd confirmed interstellar object we've ever spotted. And they're not from around here. As I mentioned before, this thing hails from an entire different star system, okay? NASA astronomers say that every interstellar object gives us a sample of material from a different planetary system. That's wild. All right, a whole different planetary system, different stars, different galaxy, the whole different thing. We don't know where exactly it comes from. So these things are like actual cosmic imports. All right, online the buzz ranges from, quote, alien probe jokes to the genuine awe about what this comet might teach us about how the solar system formed. Some scientists speculate that these wanderers could even be carriers of organic molecules, the building blocks of life. Meanwhile, stargazing TikTok is popping with videos of people scanning the night sky, covering and pointing out faint trails they swear is Atlas. Check this out.
Breaking space news. 2 days ago, astronomers confirmed that an interstellar object has entered our solar system, came from somewhere else, traveled through space, and it's here now. This is only the third interstellar object ever identified in our solar system. First was Oumuamua, and we still don't know much about this one. Then an interstellar comet passed in 2019. Okay, and then an object hit Earth in 2014 that could have been interstellar, but we didn't confirm it, so this might be the fourth. Here it is. It's most likely a comet because it does seem to have a little tail like comets do, and this will probably change, but right now they think it's about 12 miles in diameter and about 420 million miles away from us. But it is coming closer, and it's going to reach its closest point in October, and it's going to be about twice the distance from the sun as we are. It will get much closer to Mars. It will be moving about 42 miles per second. This is by far the fastest interstellar object we've ever seen. Hopefully as it gets closer, we'll be able to learn more about it and what stuff outside of our solar system is like.
Alright, whether you buy the science, the memes, or both, the message is the same. The universe still surprises us. It's a cosmic perspective in a chaotic world. One astrophysicist said, "These visitors remind us that we're part of something much, much bigger. And while we marvel at the skies, Springfield beckons." And now, from the cosmic to the cartoon, after years of rumors, it's finally real. The Simpsons Movie 2 has been confirmed by Disney and 20th Century Fox. The original movie, first dropped in 2007, pulled in over $536 million worldwide. I know they got my money and my friends' money more than once. And now that yellow family is set to return in another big screen ride. All right, Matt Groening teased that it'll reflect the world we live in today, which is somehow even stranger than Springfield, he told Deadline last month. Social media immediately exploded with nostalgic memes. Bart writing something silly on chalkboard, fans debating whether the sequel can capture that same magic as before, while some saying it's overdue and others saying it's perfect timing. Alright, the world's cartoonish enough already. So whether you grew up on Homer's dope or Lisa's saxophone solos, this one's a cultural reset in the making. And for a moment, we get to laugh at something absurd in a good way. Ay caramba. Let's move and let's pivot to more pressing matters, alright? So, we just went from cosmic comets to Simpsons sequels, but down here in America, things are far from whimsical. They're volatile. A government shutdown engineered by Republicans, and they know exactly who will pay the price. So let's break it down, alright? The first blow. Federal employees will get furloughed. The OPM guidance mandates non-essential staff stop working and stop getting paid until the funding returns. Okay, OPM is the Office of Personnel Management, just FYI. Right? That's mortgage shortfalls, that's rent delays, that's bills stacking up on your kitchen table. We haven't even gotten to the blackout number 2. All right, that's the Bureau and Labor Statistics, the BLS. They will halt data operations, period. That means no job reports. That means no CPI, no PPI, okay? CPI is Consumer Price Index, okay? And the PPI is the Producer's Pricing Index. This is how economists will use that data to monitor inflation, to see how we're progressing economically. What is things costing too much or too little? So for the Fed, the businesses and households, they lose their compass altogether. Nobody really has any accurate data on where we're going, what we're spending, what it's costing to be produced. All right, so everybody's kind of losing their North Star economically. So Brookings Institute warns that shutting off the data is like turning off the lights in a control room. The absence of timely data can rattle markets and delay business decisions, compounding economic stress, they said just earlier this month. All right, translation, the rich hedge their bets while the middle class loses certainty and stability. This is not an era, this is choice. Okay, Republicans know that uncertainty drives pain. They thrive in that chaos. And in that chaos, they hope that you forget that Trump and MAGA policies got us into this mess in the first place. But we won't let them forget. Next up, your health. The ACA, aka Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare, The premium credit program hangs in the balance, okay? If it lapses, families could see their premiums surge up to 75%. That's not hypothetical. They're talking about an additional $400 a month. That could mean somewhere up to $5,000 a year on top of what you're currently paying. And that's not getting a new plan. That's not getting increased services. That's what you already have in your plan. So don't be surprised about this. But it's been Trump and the Republicans' mission to cripple, defund, and straight up repeal the Affordable Care Act. All right? This cannot happen. Meanwhile, HHS, or Health and Human Services, plans to furlough nearly 41% of its workforce. Same thing with the CDC and the NIH, respectively cutting 75% of their workforce in reductions, okay? That means less disease tracking, slower research, and fewer dosage approvals, and more people dying. Listen to that. More people dying, okay? Nutritional programs like SNAP and WIC will hang on because they have some carryover funding. But that's only a short-term issue. If this shutdown continues and WIC and also experience some kind of a stoppage or pause or any of those things, okay? Slowdowns, you name it. All right. So the first to feel it is going to be young mothers and their infants and seniors, okay? People who need the most help, okay? But these are MAGA policies. This is not an accident. This is not some collateral damage that's happening because things are being moved around and they're reorganizing the government. Republicans chose every one of these cuts. All right. But we're not done. You got a small business? You need a small business line of credit? SBA 7As, 504s, applications are frozen. Farmers, builders, startups, your lifelines snapped. Home buyers waiting on FHAs or USDA guarantees paused. Parks, expect closures or staff pullbacks. Past shutdowns left infrastructure trashed because there was nobody to care for these parks. And the Trump administration has already gone in and through Doge crippled some of these national parks infrastructures in terms of staffing. It's already in a tough way, but we're not done. Passports. While passports are fee funded, shared facilities will close, and that will lead to even further delays. Even routine food inspections and drug safety checks are slowed or even paused. As one USDA official put it bluntly, quote, shutdowns starve local economies. All right, full stop. The chaos doesn't trickle up. You know that trickles down right onto us. All right, so let's be clear, crystal clear. Who profits while we suffer? We know that the billionaires still get their subsidies. The defense contractors still run. Oil and gas firms, private prisons, surveillance industries, GOP donor bases, hedge fund profits, none of this hits them. But you, with your job, your kids' healthcare, your bills, we're all collateral, you and me. So what it does is choke the middle class. Working families in small towns. Republicans are manufacturing this crisis, turning the government into a hostage to force cuts and score political points. Democrats, hear me. This is the time to stand up. Protect the ACA credits. Demand a full reopening. Defend us, the middle class, okay? Do not negotiate with these political arsonists. Don't go in trying to cooperate or collaborate. You know what their game is. As the Washington Post editorial board wrote earlier this week, quote, shutdowns are not fiscal policy. They're sabotage. Republicans know what they do. They slow the machine so that they can cry out dysfunction and say that government doesn't work because they don't believe in government. Democrats, hear me, please. Don't wait for the next cycle. We cannot wait. Okay? People's lives and their livelihoods are riding on this. All right. We know that Republicans are to blame, but we must protect the subsidies, demand clean CRs, which are continuing resolutions, and lead from the front. We can't be limping behind. Not anymore. There's no more excuses. This is duty or failure. Put up or shut up. Because if you think we can wait until the midterms of 2026, you already see that the guard is marching in cities across America right now. If you think that some kind of false flag won't show up where all of a sudden now we can't have elections because there's too much chaos happening in our streets, it can happen. We need to stand up right now. Okay? All right, so it's your turn now. Talk to me. What part of this shutdown would bite hardest in your life? Is it the healthcare, your job, safety net, kids, programs? Or do you feel the weight more in the anxiety, the not knowing? What do you expect Democrats to fight for first? Leave me a comment, a DM, or an email at quietloudpod@gmail.com. That's quietloudpod@gmail.com. Talk to me, guys, because your story is the nation's story. All right? Thanks. All right. So we started with stars and satire, a Comet from Beyond, a Simpsons sequel, decades in the making, and we landed back here in America, where shutdowns aren't sci-fi, they're sabotage. And that's the Quiet Loud, where wonder meets truth and laughter meets urgency. Please, please share this episode. Subscribe to YouTube. Drop a 5-star review. Help build this voice, this community. Okay? We need it. We need it. We need to support each other. We need to share information. And we need to make sure that the information we're getting is real and right. Okay? I strive to not only tell my opinion, but my opinions are fact-based. It's not just me waking up and deciding, hey, this is what I want to say to you. All right? So please help me build this voice. Help me be able to increase this message and reach more people. All right? And as always, stay loud in your listening and stay real in your truth. I'm DeAntony Collins, and this has been The Quiet Loud.